O'Neill Outside is presented by Rockwell Tools.
Hello again, everyone. I'm O'Neill Williams, and welcome to our program. The 2015 fishing season. It was a long time coming, wasn't it? We'll see those today, along with our regular features like the True Turn tackle tip, outdoor cooking on the Big Green Egg, and let's start off with some saltwater critters. Every year we get to go to Crocodile Bay in Costa Rica for sailfish, and then we'll hop up to the Florida Panhandle for grouper at Caravelle. Where is he? There he is.
Yeah.
You got it?
Okay. Back one. Ah, that stopped it.
We've been fishing about 10 minutes, and that's the second fish. Jerry's got him on. He's out there right now about 200 yards. Fish comes up in the teasers. Now Giovanni's backing down on him right now, so get you some line. Anytime you, there you go. There you, way out. Man, oh man. Nice sail.
He takes a little bit, then he gives a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. When he finds the boat, he's really gonna act up now, so
Yeah.
You got it perfect. That's Crocodile Bay sailfish. It doesn't take long. It's 2 bites in 10 minutes. Is he out there? There he is right here, Jeff. Aha! He's tail wrapped. He's caught.
So you're close enough to count him now.
More? Okay. What makes this area so special versus all the way to Panama City and east?
Well, when you get, this is the point, roughly Port St. Joe and back to the east, it's shallow. You got more natural structure. When you go towards the Panhandle, you get good deep water, you got a lot of clean bottom. Those guys make their...
They dump stuff out there, cars and things like that.
They build reefs. Here we don't do that as much. We got a lot of what we just call hard bottom. And it's an area where there's rocks, little corals and fans. It's very low relief to the bottom, but it's an absolute gold mine.
We're not looking for big piles of rocks.
You won't see big piles out here. Big is 2 or 3 feet of vertical relief is big in this part of the Gulf.
And that's holding fish.
That's enough. But now think, if you're that big, you're a 22-inch grouper, okay, and we've got a 2-foot ledge, that'd be like me and you looking at a 6-foot ledge. Put it in perspective. It's big enough for him to hide. And they, you know, a lot of it's got cracks or it's washed out where the currents washed a cavity out under a rock, and they'll get in that. That's why you don't see them on the graph.
I see.
You can go places, you look at your sonar, you look at your bottom machine, nothing here. Drop a bait down there, boom, there he is. Because he's in something, he's under something, or he's beside something. So it's different in that regard from bass fishing. So let's go do it.
Grouper.
Oh yeah. There we go.
You played with that fish. You caught. You're being an angler now. You've been playing with that fish for 10 minutes.
I ain't angled yet. All I got, it's still a story right now, O'Neill. I gotta close the deal. This, oh yeah, look at
that.
that.
Line here too.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
See, we're just gonna swing him over. He's hooked good.
There you go.
I believe that one's gonna go home, O'Neill.
I think so too.
How about that? It did. Took a while to catch him. There you go. Yeah, that's right. We tag teamed him.
Mighty fine.
Let's just see now.
Yeah, let's.
I believe that one's gonna keep. It's a good looking fish. Look at that. It's a pretty fish.
That's a gag grouper.
That is a gag grouper.
Is there a season?
There's lots of seasons. And what we've got right now in the Panhandle, there's a 4-county area where gag groupers are legal in state waters. From June 1st until, I'm sorry, from April 1st till June 30th. Then they're closing state waters and they open in federal waters. We don't have time to go over all that. Yes, he's legal, to answer your question.
Okay,
right?
he's legal.
If he's 22 inches, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we got our keeper.
Oh yeah.
How about that?
24.
Inch or two to spare. Fish, you are gonna get a trip to Buford, Georgia.
O'Neill Outside, brought to you by Bass Pro Shops, Loyal Pet Food, Roadrunner Lures, and XGO.
Ready to do more, but work less? Meet the Works Aero Cart. It makes heavy things feel lighter than air. The secret is Aero Cart's breakthrough design. The wheels are right under the weight, so every load will instantly feel 4 times lighter. And forget this. With 2 wheels, Aero Cart has a super stable wheelbarrow. It's also a hand truck, personal forklift, rock mover, over 8 machines in one. Lift less, do more. Get your Works Aero Cart today.
Wow, what's going on?
Final days of Toyotathon. People get excited.
Hurry in to save big during Toyotathon's final days. Get a 2-year, no-cost maintenance lease on a new 2015 Toyota Camry SE for $199 a month.
Okay. Oh, oopsies.
Toyota, let's go places.
Are you ready to go grab life by the gills? Maybe take a road trip to a place with no roads. Would you like to make an investment you know will pay off? Then you belong at Bass Pro Shops, where great gear, great prices, and the great outdoors all meet up. Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
Loyalty is earned, not given. After countless hours of training, months of preparing, you've formed an unbreakable bond that can only be understood by a select few. Your dog is more than just a dog. He's a friend, someone you can count on, the one who will always be there for you. Reward loyalty with the only premium food made with our patented OptiCook process. Trust Loyal to give your hunting partner the maximum endurance, recovery, and digestibility on even the toughest days.
Are you using the Buckeye Mop Jig and the Spot Remover Jig? You should be. They're great baits. Buckeye lures, custom made with the finest materials, needlepoint hooks, chip-resistant paint, and premium blades. All these make Buckeye lures better than luck and have been for over 15 years. Plus, they catch fish. Look for Buckeye lures at retailers everywhere. We're previewing the 2015 fishing season for O'Neill Outside today. Let's talk about managed fisheries and take a look at Black Hawk trout fishing in North Georgia, and then a very, very special trophy pond called, appropriately, Panic Pond. Both of them intensely managed and very productive, and it's coming up now.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know if he's 6, but he's
I don't
close.
think he's quite 6.
How about that guy? Would you like to do this? Well, head down to the very corner of Southwest Georgia and visit the Silver Lake Wildlife Management Area.
Panic Pond is one of the 30-acre ponds on Silver Lake WMA that we renovated, which means we basically went in and got rid of the current fish population that was in there and restocked it with an all-female bass population. The good thing about that is female bass, as most people know, they grow bigger. You know, the males don't get as large, females get bigger. And so what we're shooting for here is a trophy pond, a pond where people can come and have the opportunity to catch a truly large bass. In addition to the females, we've heavily stocked it with forage. There's both bluegill sunfish and goldfish. And we try to put about 2,000 pounds of goldfish in this lake every year for extra forage for these fish. Mm-hmm. And so what we have now here is some 3-year-old female bass.
3 years old.
The average weight is 6 pounds, with the largest fish we've seen being over 10.
Rob and I fished Panic Pond for only about a half a day, and we caught 5 or 6 bass, averaging 5 pounds or so. Later, we were able to hook up with the DNR biologists to get a better look at the bass population in this Panic Pond. Okay, so she's 557.
That's over 10.
Over 10 pounds. Yep. All going back in so you can catch them.
You want to have enough fish in here so there's opportunity for people to catch them, but you don't want to have too many fish in here, then they're going to be competing for that forage that they're all out there chasing around.
And you have to continually add forage,
yeah,
do you not?
We do. We add almost 2,000 pounds of goldfish every year. And of course the brim reproduce well on their own.
Certainly.
Right in that foam line, that looks perfect. Yep. Keep that line under here, you'll be able to manage it much better. All right, be ready. There's a bigger fish laying under there. Oh, yeah.
You called that.
How about that hook set, though? Another one on the back fly, okay.
At least you know what's working.
I've been on the squee my whole life.
So this is home for you?
This is home.
All right, what a great place to call home. And
Doesn't
you're a
get much
guide,
better.
so you're getting to show people what your part of the world's all about.
Absolutely, doesn't get much better. And in this river, with how cool the water stays in the summer,
yep,
these fish are just so full
healthy.
of life.
Yeah.
All year
They don't
long.
get lethargic in the summer like a lot of fish,
not
do
at
they?
all.
Oh,
Beautiful. Teamwork there.
Oh, man.
Gotta love
I could
it.
do this all day long. So how long have you been guiding here?
I've been here, well, I've been on, let me start by saying I've been on this river for a very, very long time. 6 or 8 years, I suppose. I've been with Abby here at Black Hawk for off and on for about 3 years. And they have been, Abby and John have been just incredible.
Beautiful property they have there.
Oh,
So they've got the
absolutely.
farm and a kind of a clubhouse, it looks like.
And they take care of this stream like you wouldn't believe. The entire Sequoia River actually begins and ends in this county, in Habersham County.
Really? So this is not a big, long river.
Give or take a few miles. I think it's about 30 miles long. But the rest of the river, aside from about a 3/4 mile stretch just up the road, is totally private.
Whew.
So this river is very well taken care of.
Here in Georgia, we're very fortunate to have wildlife management areas for hunters and fishermen. You name it, we've got places to go managed by the state. And here at this wildlife management area, this is Bobby Lord. And what is it you do here, Bobby?
This is Oconee Wildlife Management Area, and I am the area manager here. I do all the habitat manipulation. We provide hunting for deer, turkey, waterfowl. We're at the Dan Denton waterfowl area now.
Okay, describe this waterfowl area. How big is it now?
We've got about 50 acres that we manage for waterfowl. That was created when they built the dam here. You know, we plant brown top millet here. We have native vegetation, barnyard grass, and smartweed, things like that. But we have shallow water for puddle ducks and deeper water for the diving ducks.
Okay, so you're giving them a home.
Yeah, the willow trees here, we've got the drainage ditches that have willow trees that have grown up, and it gives the ducks a place to kind of rest during the middle of the day, and then they've got food here as well. So
How do you get to hunt on it?
Well, you go to GoHuntGeorgia.com, click on quota hunts, and you select the waterfowl hunts that you want.
Okay. What kind of ducks are you likely to see?
Oh, we got many of them. You may get lucky to see canvasback, pintail, black duck. It's a pretty good variety. You're going to see a lot of ducks. You know, your chances of getting drawn may vary depending on the week you choose.
Mm-hmm. Now, the whole wildlife management area is over 7,000 acres, isn't it?
Yes, we've got 7,000, 5,000 of it's owned by Georgia Power, and the other 2 is state-owned.
How do you see this partnership between DNR and Georgia Power? To what benefit?
Well, for the hunting public, we've got multiple management areas that Georgia Power owns, the property, and it provides a lot of hunting and fishing for the public that maybe can't afford a hunting lease.
Yeah, so it's deer, waterfowl, small game?
Oh yeah, small game.
Hogs?
Yeah, we got plenty of them.
You got plenty of hogs. This is a very workable relationship, isn't it?
Oh yes.
Benefits everybody.
It does.
Okay. This is a grand partnership between the DNR and Georgia Power. It really is.
If you got a truck, you need to make it work like I did mine at Wild Willie's in Winder, Georgia. Wild Willie's has everything from spray-in bed liners, leveling kits, lift kits, bumpers, grill guards, winches, LED lights, window tinting, tires, wheels, and everything in between. My truck is a big part of my hunting and fishing trips, and I'm sure yours is too. So do like I did and go see my friends at Wild Willie's.
O'Neill Outside, presented by your local Toyota dealer. Southern Link Wireless. By ExploreGeorgia.org, official site of Georgia Tourism. And Wild Willie's Custom Truck Accessories.
We're previewing the 2015 fishing season of O'Neill Outside today, and we're glad you joined us. Every 2 or 3 years or so, Travis and I get to go to Carroll Lake Lodge in Ontario, Canada, and it is wonderful. It may be the best trip I ever take. Northern pike and walleye from Carroll Lake. It's coming up right now.
Be a fish on here just a sec. Got here yesterday. You flying on a float plane. There he is. See, I told you he'd bite again. We're flying on a float plane. We got here yesterday afternoon. This seems like a pretty good fish. Shake her head just like a spot. I guarantee you, that's some of the best eating fish. Decent one. They're just like spotted bass that we catch on Lanier all the time, as in they don't have to be very big and they fight like mad. And that one right there, I know there's a bunch in here, so I'm gonna put him back. I'm gonna get my limit to have lunch tomorrow tonight. I'm gonna throw him back and see if I can't find a bigger one. See, look at that. Look at the teeth in there. You don't lip these fish while you're up here.
Okay. Put this on your bucket list, will you please? Canada, northern pike, walleye. Ooh, I want to put this guy in the net. And this is a perfect illustration how if you didn't have a wire leader, you wouldn't catch the fish. It's just that basic. O'Neill, O'Neill. Now, this is a bit bigger than average. Does make for an exciting catch when you accomplish it like that one. Oh Lord, Lord. I'm sorry I'm such a klutz. Now, let me tell you about the colors involved. Red, some yellow, chartreuse, green, because the forage fish in these waters is going to be a yellow perch. So those are the kind of colors, and you just vary sizes, and that's the reason, see that? That's the reason you have to have a wire leader. Somewhere in the territory of about 26 inches, something like that. He is a game critter, good to eat, but if you can catch walleye on the same trip, you'll eat walleye instead.
Now, the True Turn Tackle Tip of the Week.
Fishing for walleye deep. I mean, that's where they live most of the time. I'll bet you use a Roadrunner quite often with a willow blade. I know I do. But here's a tip that may get you a few more bites, especially when maybe it's slowed down a little bit and you don't connect with the fact that maybe you're fishing a little deeper and a little slower. If you'll change the blades or use a Roadrunner with an Indiana blade, which is, for want of a better description, it's kind of like a hubcap, thump, 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 it'll get you more bites, I'll bet you. So what's the lesson? If the bite slows down, experiment a little bit, but stick to a Roadrunner and you'll catch them. And that's your True Turn Tackle Tip of the Week. O'Neill here to tell you about the Grill Grate. It's a new cooking surface for all grills, and you need one. Grill Grate panels sit on top of your grill. The bottom prevents charring flare-ups, while the valleys keep your juices sizzling and it never rusts. Grill Grate's perfect for fish, hamburgers, and steak. Nothing sticks. The Grate tool is amazing. Order the Grill Grate now. Save 10% with code OTV or call toll-free and tell them O'Neill sent you. 10% off. Call now.
Are you ready to go grab life by the gills? Maybe take a road trip to a place with no roads. Would you like to make an investment you know will pay off? Then you belong at Bass Pro Shops, where great gear, great prices, and the great outdoors all meet up. Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
Want to attract more deer and grow trophy bucks on your property? Well, here's a news flash. You don't have to spend big bucks to learn how. We're the Whitetail Institute of North America. We've spent decades researching and developing products specifically for whitetail deer. Call us today and we'll send you 7 Imperial Whitetail seed packets and a free copy of our Producing Trophy Whitetails DVD. All you pay is $9.95 shipping and handling. The Whitetail Institute of North America. Research equals results.
Guys, 3 letters I want you to remember before your next trip. XGO. Why? Well, in warm weather, there's nothing any more comfortable than the XGO Technical Mesh. If it gets wet, it dries almost instantly, and unlike so many others, it has AG47 silver, so it won't stain. XGO, used by our military in some of the hottest places on earth. It will work for you. Go to proxgo.com. Outdoors.
Ready to do more, but work less? Meet the Works AeroCart. It makes heavy things feel lighter than air. The secret is AeroCart's breakthrough design. The wheels are right under the weight, so every load will instantly feel 4 times lighter. And forget this. With 2 wheels, AeroCart has a super stable wheelbarrow. It's also a hand truck, personal forklift, rock mover, over 8 machines in one. Live less, do more. Get your Works AeroCart today.
There's more O'Neill Outside coming up. But first, let's thank our sponsors. The Grill Grate, Buckeye Lures, Year One Muscle Car Parts, the Whitetail Institute of North America, and Nitro Boats. Now, let's join O'Neill for this week's Big Green Egg Wild Game and Fish recipe.
Fabulous idea to change what you cook on the egg. Now, we're at 375 degrees using the convector, which is indirect heat. The egg allows it to work like an oven, and the flavor of the charcoal swirls all around. The backside here for 15 minutes, I've had a packet, if you will, of onions, peppers, garlic, butter, a bunch of good stuff. So, here we go. Scallop sliders. Sounds good already, doesn't it? On indirect heat, the scallops. Now, drape each, or layer, if you will, each scallop with bacon. Quite a combination, isn't it? Now, I'm not good enough to turn this over in a few moments, but I can locate someone who can, and at 375, it will not take very long. We'll flip them over, I'll show them to you, and we'll have them for lunch. Scallop and bacon sliders cooked on the Big Green Egg. This is really good. Recipe? O'NeillOutside.com, BigGreenEgg.com, recipes. You've been watching a preview of the 2015 fishing season on O'Neill Outside. And of course, no season would be complete without the good old largemouth bass. And we did some of that this year, and maybe there's some things to learn from those trips. I did, and maybe you will. Fish is hung on something. Hold on a second. Don't you jump. I've got a good fish on right here. I think he's got a stick around him or something. Not doing hardly anything. Wait a minute. There it is, there it is, there it is. Mop jig. I think he was around something. There was a stick around him or something. A better explanation to expand your knowledge and confidence in using the jig in the wintertime and when the water temperature's low. It's almost December now. And that would be by Davey Height. And then Davey doesn't just fish it on the bottom and through the stick-ups, he swims the bait. And that might be a good thing for you to consider too. I mean, Davey was only the Bassmasters Angler of the Year a couple of times, so he's been known to catch a few. 7 pounds, what do you think? Something like that.